morning, holy brothers and sisters! For the 21st of ADAR in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson is called Humble and Humiliation. A person must always rectify three things with his prayer. First, the person who is praying must rectify and elevate with his prayer all those people who have fallen to false forms of faith. He must bring them up to truth faith, which is prayer, and he must fix perfect faith in their hearts. Second, he must concentrate intensely as he prays. By concentrating his heart on his prayers, he rectifies the hearts of those people whose intellectual knowledge exceed their good deeds, and whose hearts are not strong enough to contain what they know. For as a result of this disproportion, these people's intellects lead them to great sin. These are the students of philosophy who do not have pure hearts, and their hearts are unable to receive the intellectual knowledge that they do obtain in true holiness as would be fitting. This is because the main way the heart gains strength is through good deeds, but when their intellectual knowledge exceeds their good deeds, their hearts are consequently weak and lacking. This is particularly the case for those who are steeped in improper physical relationships and misdeeds, and who engage in the study of philosophy, which causes them very grave damage indeed. For through such misdeeds, their hearts are seriously incapacitated, as it is written, "The adulterous man lacks a heart." Proverbs 6:32. Accordingly, their hearts are unable to comprehend their intellect in a way that would lead them to remove themselves from sin and attach themselves to God, which is the essence of true intellect. These people do more harm to themselves and to the world at large than snakes, scorpions, and all other noxious creatures in the world. For with their wisdom they vilify and blaspheme against Hashem, against the Holy Torah, and particularly against the sages of the Talmud and the tzaddikim and righteous ones who follow them of blessed memory. May the Master of Compassion protect the remnant of Israel from them and their cohorts. A person must nullify his own intellect only to men of truth who follow the path of truth in accordance with what we have received from our sages of blessed memory. Pray properly to propel pure, pristine positivity. A person must always turn all the humiliation he receives into honor. As it is written, "In his chamber all speak his honor." Psalms 29:9. To explain, when a person is standing in the chamber of the king and he nullifies himself absolutely and completely, seeing nothing at all except the king, there is no question that should he hear some words of abuse or humiliation, he will interpret them as words of honor to the king. For how is it possible that someone would enter the chamber of the king and proceed to humiliate the king? By the same token, the person would not think that these abusive words were directed at him, because who is he anyway? His whole sense of being has been nullified, and there is not even anyone there but the king himself. It must be then that these words are actually words of honor for the king, and he will scrutinize these words to determine how to interpret and to arrange them so that they become words of honor to the king. The analogy is obvious, since when a person is praying, he is standing in the chamber of the king, and a person praying must rectify all this with his prayer. The three things just mentioned parallel the three objects required in conjunction with the red heifer, the para aduma, namely cedar wood, hyssop, and scarlet thread. Harness humiliation to hone humbleness. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.